So if you haven't already, check out the Leaving the WWF episode, available now in our archives. But let's sort of just hit the reset button and give everybody a catch up of where the wrestling business is at the time. Sure. And even MMA. In America, you've got TNA, which of course is total nonstop action. You've also got Ring of Honor and a bunch of independent promotions, but there's really no one at the level of AEW. Over in Japan, you've got New Japan Pro Wrestling, of course, and All Japan still limping along. Pro Wrestling Noah, 0-1, and Hustle. And then as far as MMA goes, of course, here in America, you've got the UFC, Pride Fighting Championships over in Japan, K1, and I believe the IFL. At this point, Bellator doesn't even really exist. So what were you thinking was next for Kurt Angle on the heels of leaving WWF? Did you think I'm definitely going to TNA, or did you think you would try some other things?
Well, all I wanted at the time was a break.
Yeah.
The issue was once I got released and everyone found out I was released, all these promotions started calling my agent. And, I was thinking to myself, what am I missing out on? Like there's a lot of opportunity out there that I never even tried to get into. I never pursued it. So I decided that I was going to start pursuing it. So it was business back as usual, but I was going to set up business for when I took my break. I was still going to take a break, but I was setting up something for after my break.
So I know you had been running hard and you needed a break, the vigors of the road and working nonstop and trying to fight through injuries. It had to be a pretty stressful time. But when it came time to sort of court these new opportunities, did you have the same agent now that you did back then?
Yes. I had the same agent, and, he had experience with contracts, and I've had him since I started in pro wrestling, so I continued on with him. His name's Dave Hawk, and he did a tremendous job. And he really stepped up for me after I left WWE. He was the one that was negotiating the deals and getting everything done. So he really did an excellent job of getting me a new contract.
By and large, the WWE really wants to have their arms around everything, from what I understand. But it feels like now this may have been the first time you had been this popular with this amount of, publicity or support from the mainstream, that you could really field some of those opportunities, because prior to you leaving WWE, everything had to be approved by them, right?
Right. So now, after my release, I was free to do whatever I wanted. And, it didn't really come to me until it occurred. And I was like, wait a minute, I don't have to get approval for anything anymore. So this is a lot different. Freedom is a lot different. It's good and bad, because it's good. You have more opportunities to pursue, but it's bad because you're not under contract and you're not getting paid at the time. So there's a give and take.
Talk to me a little bit about, your family situation was different back then. You're trying to navigate, hey, here's my new life, so to speak, with regards to income. Do you have a meeting with your agent and say, hey, we need to get to X just to sort of maintain the same quality of life and lifestyle that you had enjoyed? Or was it really, hey, let's stretch and see what we can do?
Well, I wanted something that was long-term to take care of myself and my family. When you're in professional wrestling for 20 something years, you're going to beat your body up, and you need something in return for that. And hopefully it is money that would take care of you for the rest of your life. So that was the first priority for me. The other one was just an opportunity to spread my wings again and show the talents that I had. And, in WWE, I had a great career there, an excellent career, but I knew I was just getting started. Being in the business for 6 years, you don't reach your peak until 7, 8, 9 years in. So I knew I never reached my peak yet. So I wanted to spread my wings somewhere else.